I feel like I can't see myself because of the light, but I feel like I am very oily. But we're just gonna vibe with that, I guess. I guess I finally did Vlogmas myself. I'm so excited. So in today's video, we're gonna do our December TBR, my largest book. But with my loophole, I'm technically not cheating. So stay with me. Hi guys, hello, welcome and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lainey. Thank you for stopping my little corner of the internet here. And welcome to Vlogmas Day 1. I'm so excited. We're gonna see how well I end up doing this. But I've always wanted to do Vlogmas. And so here it is in the big 2025 as a 22-year-old who has grown up watching Vlogmas from like several different types of creators. Book creators, makeup, lifestyle, fitness, hair as well. I guess I finally do Vlogmas myself and I'm so excited. So in today's video, we're going to do our December TBR and we're going to be using our prompt jar that we made in the beginning of this year. I felt like it was so fitting because I've never used a TBR jar, prompt jar ever. And so the beginning of this year, in one of my first videos on this channel, I made the jar for the first time and we picked out the January reads then, and I thought it was fitting that we use the same jar again. I think this will be my third time using the jar ever, so that's gonna be exciting and we're gonna figure that out. I will allow myself to, if I pick up, because I have some of my yearly TBR or like books that I wanted to get through this year in here, if all the prompts I pick back to back are specific book titles, I will allow myself to put it back and like repick because I want this to be fun. But yeah, we've had such a really good reading last couple of months post reading slump since I gotten back into reading, like end of August, September. I think I've read a total of like 9 or so books, 10 books within the last 3 months. I think October being my best month with 5 or 6 books if I'm remembering right. So I'm very excited to see what December and lies for me and how we end off the year. So with that said, let's go ahead and pick out our first prompt. Do a little shaky shake. Let me close my eyes. Let me take my glasses off so you can see that my eyes are closed. Do a little toss, toss, toss. And then let's pick out our first prompt here. I think we dropped one. Wait, we dropped one. I gotta be careful. Okay, pick out our first prompt here. Okay, I think this one is calling my name. I think, because this is not a post-it, so I think the actual book titles were written on not post-it paper. So this is not a post-it. You get to read first. Can you see that? Oh, also I'm gonna put back prompts if I already did them or like I did them on camera. So I think it's the second time I'm recording this or the third time I'm recording this for the channel. So I'm going, and also it's the second and third time that I'm doing this ever. So I wanted like a different variety, ensure that we get, we pick different books. So I will put back a prompt that we've already done on camera before. A person's name in the title. We've never done that one, so that's prompt 1. And this also isn't a book title, so I guess I did mix it up a lot more. I thought I did the white paper book titles and then the post-it, the colorful post-its, the prompts, but whatever. Let's pick out prompt number 2. I won't be able to pick out the books right now. I would have to do it after work. I have like about 40 or so minutes before I have to get ready for work and I still haven't eaten yet. So we're gonna have to do that after work, but let's pick out our prompts now. And that way throughout work, I can figure out what I'll be reading. All right, so this, I think this is a post-it. Is it open already? Or it might be open. You guys get to read it first, whatever side it is. A book bought for the hype. I think we did this one already. I don't typically buy books that I see online because of like book talk and stuff like that, even though that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to start this I started this channel, because I wanted to be more involved with the book community. But I like the fact that I read books when I come across them, thrifted, little libraries, stuff like that. But there is a small pool, maybe like under 5 books that I own out of like the nearly 300 books that I have. that I did buy because I saw online. So we have options for this. But I think I did this one already. I think I might have done the Nightingale as this prompt before. So we'll put that down as maybe. Let's continue. All right, let's pick out another prompt. I think I'm gonna do maybe 4 prompts. So let's do the third one here. You get to read it first. This is quite short. I wonder what this one is. This one says, first touch whatever your hand lands on. What does that mean? Like I go to the book collection, close my eyes, and then whatever my hand lands on, that's the book I pick. I don't know what past me was trying to say with this one. I'm gonna put this one back. Let's pick out another one. I'm gonna be quick with these guys. This shouldn't take that long. All right, our next prompt, if I can open it. We have a fantasy. All right, we can do that one. I've been reading fantasies back to back because the November part of my fall TBR is like a lot of fantasy books. But we'll do another fantasy, that's okay. And then let's see, this one, next prompt. Oh, that's 2. I don't have to close my eyes. Let me just open this because I'm struggling here. But you guys get to read it first. And this one says a digital / ebook only, which, all right, give me a good one, please. You guys get to read it first. And this one says dealer's choice, you choose. Oh my god, this is like that first touch one. I'm gonna put this one. I picked out 2 secretly. Sorry. We're gonna just open up this one. You guys get to read it first. This one says my largest book. This is what I get for putting that one down. All right, so the prompts that we have to work off is a person's name in the title. I gotta figure that out. A fantasy. Then we have digital / ebook only, which this will get me to read my book club book, which I'm struggling to get through. And then we have my largest book. I don't know what my largest book is. I'm thinking it's like either Babel. I'm thinking I have this one book. I think it's called Wonder Something. It might be that, but that also, the font is like extremely big and it's also illustrated. So I don't know, like it won't be like a challenge to get through that book if it is like my largest or longest book, but we have that. So we're gonna have to see. I might go on my Notion. I have all the books that I owned on Notion, so we'll just look at the largest page count that I have. Not bad with prompts. There are books that I'm also currently reading that could just fit within these prompts, so it's also a good incentive to just make sure that I finish the books before the year ends and not start and stop a book just because I want to complete these prompts. So it's good that I have books that can go with these prompts already that I've already started. So that's a plus for me. With that said, I am going to get ready for work and we will tackle and find these books after work, and I'll get back to you in terms of what the selection pool kind of looks like, because some of these could also have multiple options. So we'll get into that post work, and I'll see you then. Okay, it is time to find some books, and this is the current state of the book collection right now. There is a lot going on here. All right, so I dropped a couple prompts already because I already filmed this, but I'm gonna refilm it again because I don't think it needs to be quite as long as I was making it out to be. But for the digital and ebook format only, we have Sweet Heat. I joined a book club. This is the book club book of the month. The mixer is December 7th. In November, I tried to read the book. Wasn't really gelling with it, only read a chapter. But I'm gonna try my best to see to attend this mixer. As of right now, like I'm not attending the mixer because I haven't finished and read the book. But if I do manage to finish it before December 7th, I will be attending that mixer and I will try my best. So that I don't have the physical copy of the book, I'm really debating because they do have like this thing where if you go to this specific cafe, you can ask for the book for free. I'm like, for some reason, I'm terrified to even just go and check to see and do it, even though I know it's real because they're like posting and reposting other people's like stories and stuff that go ahead and do it. I'm just terrified to do it myself. So as of right now, I'm reading the book digitally, and I'm just hoping that the hold that I have, or I'm hoping that on Libby, I will finally have access to the book. But it said it's this one of the libraries says this is several week wait, the other one says several month wait. I doubt that's gonna happen. So reading it digitally, we're gonna try our best, but that option we have is Sweet Heat. For the option of a character's name on the title, we have Are You Sarah? There's two Sarahs, one of them end up dead. They actually end up switching places one drunken night, so you don't know if the Sarah that died was the right Sarah that's supposed to die. This was a part of my fall TBR. I never got a chance to read it within those 3 months, September to November. We also have Willow of the Wood, fantasy book. I think it has to do with like fays or like tiny people. And there's like the main character is like a Robin Hood type character who goes into like the human world and steals and stuff like that. And one day she ends up like getting trapped there, and everything that she learned about the humans might not actually be real, because like the people that find her care for her. So there's a little bit there. These are the only two that are popping up at me in terms of titles of for like names on the title. So I will keep digging. Then we have largest book. I was literally on my Notion today because I was planning for Vlogmas and like scheduling and putting stuff in like the content calendar, and I literally forgot to check my digital library for what the largest book is. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then we have a fantasy. I have a bunch of options. Will of the Wood is a fantasy, so I might do Are You Sarah and then have Will of the Wood as a fantasy option, or we might do some other options. I'm in the middle of reading this book. I started it. You'll see it in a different vlog, so that could be our pick so we can continue the book. We have this as well. We have a lot of options. I'm going to get back to you with the final selection of books in a second here, but for now I'm just gonna dig in off camera and I'll see what I can find. All right guys, so we're back. We have several books in front of me and several options. Can I just say this hair is really eating right now, and it sucks that I'm gonna wash it today after work. But I got rained on yesterday on my way home from work, and my hair scrunched up and my roots got matted. And since I was gonna wash my hair today, I wanted to lessen the stress of washing my hair quickly after work today. So I was like, okay, let me detangle my hair yesterday, and then today I should be okay. Why is this eating, bro? And I washed my hair today. This is just all straight with Blue Magic Grease. Like, as you guys know, digital ebook format, we are reading Sweet Heat. I'm gonna try my best to do it. We are going to see if I really can't get through that book. One of my goals is to read 3 digital books this year. I have not let that go yet. So if I don't read Sweet Heat, I will try to read at least something else. I have a couple of books already saved onto my iPad, so it's gonna be one of those books, but Sweet Heat is the option for that. Then we have a fantasy. So my options for the fantasy one was Willow of the Wood, which also doubles for another prompt, as you know, or So Let Them Burn. You're going to see this in an upcoming reading vlog video. So a little sneak peek, little spoilers for that. But I started reading this one in that vlog that's coming out after this video. And I just feel like it's kind of right to continue it. I won't read the whole synopsis here, but a little bit. It says, there is nothing that Farron won't do for her sister. And then the front says, a dragon took her sister. She'll set the world on fire to bring her back. I think this is part of a series, which I did not know when I picked this up from the Free Little Library. I believe this is book 1, but I was a little bit confused because the beginning of this book details some war that the main character girl was the war hero of. And I thought I missed some context, and I thought that this was part of a series, which it is, but it is only book 1. But I think the author does very well because so far in my 30 or so pages that I'm in this book, they bring up the war a lot and bring up the fact that Farron was this hero. And so it does end up giving context to something that we did not read about. So I quite like this. And I just felt like, hey, I already started it in that vlog, so let me go ahead and continue reading it. So the next option we had was a person's name in the title. So we have Willow of the Wood, and my other options you saw was Are You Sarah? I picked it up also The Picture of Dorian Gray. I also picked this up from the Free Little Library, and my biggest contenders for this prompt is Will of the Wood or Dorian Gray. I'm just really not in the mood for Are You Sarah, and I just don't think I want to read like a mystery thriller book, because I feel like within my fall TBR and just within the month of September to November, I was reading a lot of mystery thriller books, especially in October. I think I read like 5 books in total, and 4 of them were mystery thrillers, but I read them like back to back to back to back. So I think I'm a little pooped out with the mystery thrillers right now, which is weird because mystery thrillers are my favorite genre, favorite types of books to read. Also, those are the books I have the most of. But I'm leaning into this fantasy or this classic book. I don't know. I'm already familiar with Oscar Wilde's work because I was a theater major in high school and we read his works there or then. And I'm also collecting classics, but I'm only collecting classics through my free little library because they can run quite high. And so we already typically have like the classics, like Their Eyes Are Watching God, 1989, My Sister Owns the Odyssey, Planet of the Apes, stuff like that. But then also I was able to pick up Uncle Tom's Cabin, The Scarlet Letter, all from the free little library. And so I'm slowly building my collection of classics, like older classics, which the last 2 I just mentioned, plus Dorian Gray, through just the free little library. I mean, I will do it thrifted too. I just don't come across classics thrifted. I don't know. Will of the Woods or Dorian Gray? Can I say both? Will I read both? Don't know. Oh, there's illustrations in this. Oh, there's a lot of illustrations in this. This doesn't seem too bad, actually. Oh, it says Great Illustrated Classics. Okay, and the last one we have is The Largest Book. Now stay with me. I found a little bit of a loophole, so I don't actually read the book that would have worked best for this option. But with my loophole, I'm technically not cheating. So stay with me. The prompt said largest book. So I went into my digital library on Notion, which is imported from Goodreads, and Goodreads lists the largest book I own, which I was just thinking, okay, that means the longest book I own. Stay with me. A Little Life. But it's listed at 720 pages. Now, stay with me. The Book Thief. This is the paperback version I own. I picked it up. I like hardcovers better. I own both for some reason. So I'm going to a book swap soon, and I'm gonna give this away at a book swap. So it was on the top. I wasn't gonna reach for the hardcover. But anyways, Goodreads lists this, at least from my imported books from Goodreads on Notion, at $6.50. So I was like, okay, you know what? This is $7.20. This is $6.50. I'm gonna cheat a little bit here and just read The Book Thief. This is 550 pages, and this is 816 pages. So I'm not really sure what is actually happening here and why it's so off. But I was like, damn, I really gotta fucking read A Little Life, and I don't want to read it. I already told myself I'm not reading A Little Life in December and January. December being my favorite month of the holiday, plus it's the end of the year. I'm not ending up my year reading sad books, controversial books, XYZ. And January being my birthday month, so I'm not doing that to myself in the beginning of the beginning of the year and on my birthday month. So I looked through all the prompts I own. Thank God I own the longest book. So I have a prompt with the largest book, and I have a prompt with the longest book. Meaning, there is my loophole. I do not have to read A Little Life, because Little Life is not the largest book I own. That goes to Wonderstruck. Do you see this? This is like about, what, I think 200 pages less than, or a little under 200 pages less than A Little Life. And this book is heavy. This book is not. So there's where my loophole lies. This is the largest book that I own. This is the book we're gonna be reading for that prompt. I promise you it is not cheating, but I found a way. And also this has illustrations in it too. So I kind of feel like because of that, how pretty. But I kind of feel like because of that, I should read, oh, there's a lot of illustrations in here. Whoa, where's the text? The hard text in the book. But I feel like because of that, I should read Will of the Woods, so I don't read 2 illustrated books this month. There's just like pictures about pictures. Ben and Rose secretly wish their lives were different. Ben longs for the father he has never known. Rose dreams of a mysterious actress whose life she chronicles in a scrapbook. When Ben discovers a puzzling clue in his mother's room and Rose reads an enticing headline in the newspaper, both children set out alone on desperate quests to find what they are missing. Set 50 years apart, these two independent stories, Ben told in words, Rose's in pictures, okay, that's why there's a lot of illustrations, weave back and forth with memorizing symmetry. How they unfold, ultimately intertwine, will surprise you, challenge you, and leave you breathless with wonder. Rich, complex, affecting, and beautiful with over 460 pages of original artwork. Wonderstruck is a stunning achievement from a uniquely gifted artist and visionary. So I think we're still on the format here. Digital ebook format is Sweet Heat. Our fantasy book is So Let Them Burn. Our book with the person in the title is Willa of the Wood. And our largest book, ooh, that almost got my neck, is Wonderstruck. All right, so here's the books that we're going to be reading in the month of December that are part of my December TBR. I'm very excited for the selection of books that we have going on here. And here were the books that were strong contenders that I'm not reading, but if you happen to stumble upon this video and you have read any of these books, let me know your thoughts down below, because everything is subject to change. And since I'm a very strong mood reader, even though I'm mood reading these books, because the prompts weren't in any way specific in terms of like you have to read said book, everything is subject to change, and I might end up switching one of these out anyways. But typically when I set a TBR, I am determined to finish it, so can't wait to go ahead and read these books. And subscribe here, follow my Goodreads, Storygraph, and Fables to see my thoughts throughout the month of December and see what I actually end up getting into. So with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Happy Vlogmas. Fingers crossed all goes well with what I'm planning for Vlogmas and what I'm trying to do and being consistent and all that sorts. And I'll see you in another video very soon. All right. Okay. Bye-bye. All right, reading besties. Let's go figure out a thumbnail. Oh, I need the jar. I need the jar for the thumbnail. All right. Okay. That's it. Bye, reading besties.